Alrighty, how you going? We're been out stuffing around looking for deer this morning. Come across a nice fresh sign up the back of the property, which is pretty cool. That's sort of not the main reason I came out. I recently acquired a Hennessy Hammock. So I basically normally, I've been camping with a hammock sort of thing for quite a number of years now. And it's probably my favourite way to, especially to go out bush sort of thing. But recently I usually make my own hammocks and tarps and everything. But anyway, one come up cheap for one of these little Hennessy hammocks. So I thought I'll stuff it, I'll give it a go. And also good for you guys, because then it's so that you guys can actually go out and just buy. So that's sort of the idea. Anyway, so today I'll show you how to put it up and everything. Show you how fast and easy hammocks are. And you can literally just put them up anyway. You just need a couple of trees, roughly 4 meters or so apart. And that's about it really. Pretty easy to set up. Very fast. As far as dollar wise goes, I reckon it's pretty hard to beat a hammock setup for as far as how light they are, how versatile they are and everything. And I'll show you my underquilt as well, which definitely makes it a lot better for in the colder conditions. Makes a surprising difference, that's for sure. Anyway, so we'll get at it, eh? Alright, so we'll get to it. I'll sort of show you all the different gear and everything. This pack I actually made. I'll do a bit of a video on it one day. It's about 50 litres sort of thing, and it's actually on a Alice frame. Pretty cool. So that there is a underquilt. It does actually pack down a lot smaller. It's called the DD hammocks. It's their under blanket. It's called. Pretty cool. Raincoat. My grail. Cooking gear. First aid kit. And this here is the hammock. I've actually got them in two separate things at the moment. I normally keep it in, I keep the fly in a separate dry bag. Just for obvious reasons, if it's pissing down rain and everything, you pack up, it's a lot better sort of thing. But you'll see the difference between this one and I'll do another video on my homemade hammocks. How much faster my style is at setting up. It's half the time again. It's, yeah, ridiculously easy. So this is the little fly sort of thing. And you use the underquilt. That underquilt is I think it's rated for 5 degrees or whatever, and I usually sleep with just a little 10-degree bag. And I mean, like, really it's good for roughly that. Like, you know, you're sleeping in about the 10 degrees down to 5 degrees sort of thing. It's pretty comfortable, and that's without wearing any clothing or anything like that. I sleep just in my jock sort of thing. But yeah, so this is the Hennessy hammock. It's called the Expedition ASIM, and this one's the zip one. Two different styles. The cool thing about these hammocks is for roughly $200 Australian, it gives you pretty much everything you need. It's a pretty good like little one-stop shop. And then if you're camping in cooler weather, you just get yourself a little underquilt, which those DD hammock ones, which we'll put it on probably later or whatever, just to sort of show you what it's about. They're roughly about $100 Australian, so that's pretty cheap as far as an underquilt goes. And if you're someone like me who lives in Queensland and all that, it's pretty rare that it even gets that cold, like sort of thing really. So a lot of the time you're just sleeping with a hammock and a sleeping bag. It's only once you get into that, you know, once you get below like 15 degrees really overnight, it's definitely a bit nice to have the underquilt. And it's surprising, like it's actually very surprising how much warmer you sleep with an underquilt. It's, you know, pretty crazy. So anyway, so the hammocks sort of come with these couple of tree straps, which you definitely want to be using. So you literally just, yeah, go wrap around. So you use two trees roughly 4 meters apart. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly. Oh, of course these straps don't quite fit. These trees are a bit big, so I'll have to actually try and put the hammock up at the same time as I put the strap up. And then yeah, there's just got a couple of cords. You want it roughly like head height, I reckon. And then I just tie a bit of just a quick slip knot just to get it started, sort of thing. And again, this is the Hennessy setup sort of thing, and you'd be surprised how much easier my setup is that I've sort of come up with over the years. Makes it very, very, very fast and easy to put everything up. Now the Hennessy one, they sort of do like a bit of a, you sort of just keep folding over. It's called the figure 8 knot sort of thing, which, works well. It's just a quick little simple thing to do. There's not even a knot really, it's just a lashing. I'll just make this one a little bit longer. So about there. I mean, if you're just chilling out for the day, that's like, pretty much done. Like, and then that's the, this has got the zip, so it makes it a bit easier. Inside there, you've got a pocket, which is pretty cool for putting your torches in or, whatever. And that's it. You're just sort of sitting it slowly, make sure it's all holding good. And that's it. Beautiful. Easy. And then to put the fly up, again, these have got a pretty cool little system sort of thing to them. There's just a couple of prusik knots at either end on the rope here. So they just slide up, and as soon as you put tension on, they can't come back, prusik knot. You've got the nice little clips and everything. And they've thought about it pretty well. It's a pretty cool little package. So you literally just clip it on, and you just adjust it up. You tighten that up. Grab a couple of pegs. Now, so they sort of say to use like the 4 on the actual hammock itself. They've just got a couple of extra little tie out sort of thing, and it's just to hold the hammock out at the the asymmetrical sort of shape. The ground here is pretty crazy. It's like basically just rocks. And this side here you just peg out as well. And that's basically your setup done. As you see, it's pretty easy. Well, actually we'll keep it undone, but you basically end up just pegging that down like that, and so the whole thing you're under cover. The only bad thing with this system is obviously this fly is not very big. I actually use a 3x3 tarp on my setup, so you've actually got quite a large undercover area when you're camping and that. So that's pretty much it. Very simple. Got nice big YKK zips. It's all like made, yeah, it's all high quality. It's got a ridge line in there. This is that simple and fast and easy. Crazy simple and easy. It's a great little system. And I mean, for a couple $100, it's pretty hard to beat, isn't it? Pretty crazy, pretty cool. And then there's plenty of places in Australia that sell the Hennessy's. There are a couple of Australian-made hammock systems and stuff like that as well. But I think this is pretty good as far as just, you know, if you want to give one a go. They even come up secondhand sometimes and all that. For a couple $100, it's pretty. I find it pretty hard to beat, really. It's pretty good. Like even the ones that I make myself, sort of thing, they still end up costing me probably around that $100–150 anyway. The difference is, so the bigger the hammock, the longer the hammock, just a little bit more comfortable. For someone like me who's pretty short, something like this is perfectly fine. You'll just find if you're probably a bit over 6 foot sort of thing or whatever, you definitely want to get the bigger one. This is sort of like their medium one. There's actually a little Scout one, which is a little bit smaller for like kids and that as well. So yeah, pretty cool anyway. As you can see, pretty fast and easy. And yeah, then you just chuck your underquilt on and you chuck your sleeping bag in, depending on the temperatures and everything. And sleep like a baby. Alright, then I'll show you how to set up this DD Hammocks underquilt, or under blanket they call it. There's actually like, it packs down pretty small. It's rated for I think it's 5 degrees. Then you can see like it packs down to not much at all really. It's pretty cool. It's for $100. It's pretty hard to beat as far as I'm concerned for an underquilt. If you're ever looking for underquilts and everything, you'd be like, they are quite expensive. There's not a whole lot of companies that make, you know, good quality ones. But I mean, if you know, get right into hammock camping and everything, and you live in very cold conditions, you know, it may pay to you know, get something a bit better quality. So my normal setup is actually, I've got the underquilt and everything already attached to the hammock, so it just stays attached always. And sometimes I even leave my sleeping bag in there, and I actually just put it all into like one stuff sack. And my actual homemade sort of style one, my fly is separate as such, and it all goes up first, so the whole time you're working not in the rain basically. And then my hammock has been designed to then clip on, and I've got these D-rings there. I've literally just got a carabiner, so the whole time you're working underneath, out of the rain and everything, and you just clip it on, and you're done. So literally everything's all in one package. So it's literally you just hang your tarp up, put it out, and then you just come under, clip it on, walk over there, clip it on, and you're literally done. It's like a extremely fast setup, extremely fast. Like even last time we did that hike and everything. Yeah, it's surprising how long, you know, the old tents take to set up, sort of thing, you know. Yes, anyway, on the end here, they've got a couple little carabiners. You're literally just clipping them on to the end of the hammock. So 2 there. Unraveling it all. They've got these extra ones in the middle, which will tie on a second. And then you literally got the other 2 on the other end. Put them on. And then your hammock just goes inside it. I'll zip that back up. And then there's these ones that are sort of like halfway. And so you can just do that, just go straight over your ridgeline. Which is literally all you need to do. Doesn't need to be anything too fancy. And that's it. Got yourself your nice big underquilt. So just hop in and you can sort of see how it wraps around you. And when you're in a hammock, you actually lay on an angle. And you see there, the underquilt's wrapped right all around me. And you sit back like that. Comfy as. Oh. Hammocks just feel so good when you lay in them. After you've been hiking all day and everything, it's surprising how comfortable they are, I reckon. Anyway, they sometimes I tell people, try and just sleep on your veranda, or even if you're going for like an extensive, 4 or 5 days out bush or whatever, and you're using a hammock. Sometimes it's a good idea just to spend a couple of nights just even on your veranda or whatever, and just get your body used to and yourself used to just sleeping in the hammock for a few days leading up to like a big trip or whatever, and then even on like the first night you end up just sleeping like a baby sort of thing. As you can see, it's a very fast, easy setup, and this fly is small, but it does the job. I mean, the only way you can make this system better, I reckon, is just buy a different tarp, and then you just got like a way bigger area. That's where I've got a 3 by 3 meter. It's huge, massive area. So if you're in bad weather and everything, you can actually somewhat almost enclose it all in. Again, I'll do another video on how I do my one, and it's you're basically completely out of the weather, and it's pretty hard to beat, I reckon. Very fast, very simple. This whole thing is, I think the Hennessy Hammock, this and the hammock is 1.5 kilos, or 1 kilo, I think it is. Something like that. It's a bit over a kilo, I think. And then this underquilt is about 1 kilo. And then my 10-degree bag, I think this it's only 800 grams. So you're talking, your whole sleep system, just sleep in, 5-degree weather sort of thing, is all of what, 2.5, 3 kilos sort of thing. So as far as I'm saying, it's pretty comparable to most tent systems, like a lightweight tent system. But you're talking like this is significantly cheaper, I reckon. Like a decent blow-up mattress and all that they're all pretty expensive, and good lightweight tents are very expensive. You definitely don't get a tent for $200, that's for sure. Well, it's not going to be much quality anyway. It's not going to last very long. So there you go, Hennessy hammocks. Gotta go over and try one. It's pretty good. Cheers.